Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, bienvenue. And if you guys are returning, thank you for rocking with me. Again, failing. Come back. Don't click out, okay? Come back. No one wants to do bad, right? We all want to do well and pretend that we don't contemplate stripping and or selling our eggs for 10K. In one of my previous videos where I talk about getting cheated on, I mentioned that it's a good thing. And not only is it a good thing, but it's actually really helpful for your personal development. We look at things like getting cheated on as a failure. We work really hard to make sure that something is as successful as possible. And when it doesn't work out, all of a sudden we're garbage people.
Oh boy, this isn't working at all.
That doesn't have to be where your story ends. Name 10 things that you have done right the very first time. I'll wait. Exactly. No human being knows all and sees all. Do you think when I got my very first tattoo that I was gonna know if people were gonna ask me whether the ram horns that I specifically asked for were croissants or shrimp? No, but I found a very good artist, paid him a lot of US dollars, and now we're here at the place that we're at now. But I had to fail to get there. I used to be that person that put my all into everything. Relationships, work, hobbies, all of me was going into it. But when those things fell apart, I fell apart. I thought that with all my efforts, despite my lack of experience, that everything should just work out because that's only fair, right? With that mindset, every single failure that I had just made me hardened and hateful. And I would just take whatever I was doing and I would just trash it completely. All of it. If I had a hobby and I couldn't do it the way I wanted to or the way I thought it was supposed to work out, I would just throw everything away. All of it. Next. What I was failing to see were the lessons that I was learning. When you want to be good at something, you have to do that thing repeatedly. In order to do it repeatedly, you have to start doing it. Once you begin an action, every time it happens, you're applying your knowledge to every subsequent attempt and then glowing up. Lesson 2, even if you're still bad at it, you're not getting any worse. I learned the Korean alphabet in 2 days, completely. I still count using my fingers now. Do I think I'm dumb because of that? No, look at all the other things I've accomplished. One day, my brain will be a usable calculator. But until that day, 저는 JessDoesAthing. That's all I know that I know how to say in Korean comfortably, but I know that shit now and I know how to say it and I'm good at it. Lesson 3. So it's healthiest to compete with yourself. I know a lot of times you get caught up in wanting to be the best at something, and we often compare ourselves to people who are already in a really successful space. And I used to do that in class and it worked out, kind of. So I was the student when I was in college. I always sat in the very front and I took a lot of writing classes. I took a lot of like English classes. I don't know what they're called in English comp classes. And I would immediately find the best writer in the class, you know, because they always had some weird introductory thing that kind of just get your level of like writing ability. And I would just like, oh, that girl's the best in the class. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but my brain literally works like I feel like when I start thinking, like these tiny antennas just rise up in my brain and they're like, this, I will see like someone, it's usually a girl, I'm not trying to be like stereotyping, but it's usually some girl and she was really good and my brain would go, and I'm like, I have to be better than her. I'm already a pretty good writer and I'm pretty proud of my accomplishments, pat, 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 pat. I wasn't actually developing my talents as a writer. I'm trying to be better at something that someone else is also really good at. And how much sense does that make? Now, it is more than okay to have someone to look up to. I have a lot of successful people that I look up to, and I have people that are like closer to my level of, I guess, acknowledgement. So like I look up to my friend Gil because he makes a lot of content and he works. And he's like doing side stuff. So like I admire his consistency, but I don't beat myself up for not having the equipment that he has, or like he has like a home studio. I don't beat myself up because I don't have my own house. I just don't, because we just at different places in our lives. He made a lot more better choices than I did growing up. That's where they at right now. I don't look up to super successful YouTubers or content creators or video editors and go, oh no, why aren't I as famous or recognized? Girl, if I thought I was the best thing since sliced bread, that's still not anybody else's problem but mine. And you know that all that means is work on me. I just gotta focus on stuff that's gonna make me better. You don't wanna be in the place that I was when I was in college, where I'm so focused on what someone else is doing that I'm not developing my own talents and getting myself to a place where I can be successful in a different place. Competing with yourself is the best way to go about developing yourself, because you can only get better. I feel like people really stick to things more when they feel like they're good at it, or when they have these small victories. And when you compete with yourself and you bump up your writing ability or your video editing ability or your lighting or your audio to the next level, for instance, you always have these small victories. And you not only end up showing yourself that you can stick with something and you can get better, but when you compete with yourself, it's always a win-win, okay? The idea of failing used to scare me a lot. And when you're pouring your all into something that means a lot to you, it hurts. It still hurts. And no one's saying that you can't be disappointed by failure, but you can't let that stop you. You can't learn from your mistakes if you never make them. So you guys already know the drizzle. If you want to become part of that worldwide fam, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to get the like button, to tap on the touch, and I will see you guys somewhere out there in the world or in my next video.
It's time to jump up in the air.